Hello everyone, this is the Vic Y, and I'm sorry I haven't made a video in ages, but my computer crashed and I lost all my pictures and videos and software for things and whatnot. And now I'm moving, so things have been a little hectic in my apartment, which I will not be showing you. Behind me is an absolute wreck. So I'm just showing you my stash, and I use it very loosely because I really don't have much of a stash. I don't really have room to keep much yarn. I don't have a lot of money to buy yarn, and the places that I can get yarn here don't have the best selection. So this is my stash and my projects, and that is it. That's all I have. Yep. So I'm constantly jealous of whenever anybody shows their fabulous stash and their piles and piles of yarn. I just want to jump in it and roll around. I can't do that with mine. It'd be very disappointing. But now I'm going to zoom in, which means I have to stop my camera and show you things close up. Alright, talk to you in a second. Okay, now I'm going to show you what I made for my husband's Christmas present, or at least part of it. This is a lightsaber that I made, and it's amigurumi style. Excuse me, amigurumi style, and there's a free pattern that I'll try posting at the bottom. I wanted to make it longer, but I sort of ran out of time because I was making it last minute because I didn't have yarn to make it before. I also made him a crocheted Admiral Akbar of my own design, and I have a picture of it, and I'll try to insert that either here or at the end. And it's not a very good picture. It looks a lot better in person, but I'll try to show it off anyway. And then I made this stocking to put his Christmas presents in. And it was I believe this is an Aran weight yarn that I knit on very small needles, so it's a really dense, thick fabric. And it's obviously red and white, and it's from the top down with a heel flap, and I had to redo this so many times that I got tired of doing it, and I just sort of fudged the toe. I made the toe a lot smaller than it should be, as you can see from the funky way it's decreased. But I did leave enough yarn inside that I can go and unravel the end here and finish it off to a little bit longer toe if I want, which I might do eventually, because it looks really goofy like that when it's hanging, you know. When there's things in it, you can't tell, and it looks just fine. But that was the stocking I made for Christmas to put my husband's Christmas presents in. Okay, now other things I made were the sock. This is a slipper sock I made with very bulky yarn using my knitting needles I made out of chopsticks in the tutorial I showed you earlier. This is a cuff down with a heel flap, gusset, and the toe decreases with a Kitchener stitch. Very quick and very easy to make. And like I said, I made those on chopsticks. I was going to do a tutorial on that, but the only yarn I had that would really work with the chopsticks is really dark, and it just wouldn't work with a tutorial of that sort. So next time I get bulky yarn that's lighter, I will try to make a tutorial on, excuse me, on how to make this. Okay, now I have here a hat I made, also on my chopstick knitting needles. See all the things you can make with chopstick knitting needles. This is a hat of my own design, knit from the brim up. I actually made the brim on different needles, much smaller ones, so that it was a very tight brim and it would fit really well. The rest is a little bit bulkier. It was my first time making a hat. It was also my first time doing cables. I think it turned out pretty well for being a first time at both. It's a slouchy type of hat. It's very warm, it's very soft, and I really like it. Let's see, here's my scrap pile of yarn, and here is the yarn that I used. The brand is called Penguin, and the style of the yarn is called Song, and it is so so soft. I love touching it. Love it, yes. So there's that. This is the yarn I used for the slipper socks that I made. It's also very soft and fluffy. And let's see, here's some yarn. I made a pair of socks for my friend. Unfortunately, I didn't take any pictures of them and set them off with her. I made another pair of socks out of something else, much thicker. And I also didn't get any pictures of those and sent them off with her as well. Also another hat, a couple of hats, and whatnot. So there are several items that I don't have with me and I don't have any pictures of. Okay, now onto some socks I'm working on and I'm almost finished. These socks are my friend who also took that. I gave all the other stuff to, she came to visit me for her birthday and brought me all sorts of yarn. Oh my god, look at it. Isn't it beautiful? Look at it. Aren't you jealous? Isn't it pretty? Look at these lovely colors. I can't find these here. I don't know where to look. I don't know where to find anything like that here. Where I get my yarn does not have anything like this at all. It doesn't even really have sock yarn. The closest I get is, you know, the baby weight stuff, but it's nothing like this. I started making socks and I was practicing the toe that I was working on, and this was one of the prototypes for it. And I used the toe and the socks that I'm making now, and those socks are in Osterman Step with jojoba oil and aloe vera. So they're supposed to be nice and softening for your hands while you knit and when you wear them on your feet. I think I would have preferred a smaller needle size. I'm knitting them on 2.5 millimeter. I think I would have preferred like a 2.25 or a 2. But they're not bad. They're very comfy and they fit wonderfully, and I did a picot hem bind off. And I will link the tutorial. It's a tutorial from Leah Gott, and it's on YouTube, and it's a great tutorial, and it looks, I think, it has a lovely finish, and obviously it can be worn up or down, and I think at these, I kind of prefer down. I think it just gives it a nice, neat look. So here's the other one, pretty close to needing to start to do the picot soon. You can see. And I have a nice pair of socks to wear. The heel I did on this one is called the Fliegel heel. Very easy. Also, Liat Gott has a tutorial on this, and I'll post the blog to it as well. This is a toe design, my toe design that I ended up using. Super easy for me. I'm a new knitter, so I think it was pretty easy. Not very fiddly or anything, because I know some of these toe-up starting socks can be pretty fiddly. But the next pair of socks I start on, I will show how to make that toe. Trial and error. I was trying some different ways to start socks. This is, I believe, like a DK weight. I used on the same needles. So they are very thick. The fabric is super thick. But as you can see, I was trying different ways to do the toes, and this one just looks weird. You can see the weird bump that I was doing with the short rows and stuff. And while on, it feels fine and it doesn't look too bad. I just didn't like it. Uh-oh, going on out. Okay, sorry. My camera battery, not battery, the card ran full. The card filled up. When I run it in macro like it is now, it doesn't have a lot of space for it. Anyway, I didn't like the divot, or not divot, the bump that it created, the way I was working the short row. But I got that all figured out in the other ones I made, and they're much better. I'll probably unravel this and redo it eventually, because these are nice. They feel nice and cozy. I plan on remaking those. Okay, let's see, what else do I have? Besides showing off my fantastic yarns that I just know. Look at the colors. Look at them. My friend has claimed this one for herself because some of these are her favorite colors. So these will be socks for my friends. The next ones I plan on making will probably be from this one. Aren't those colors fantastic? I love them. So pretty. The self-striping stuff I'm just like absolutely thrilled to have. Because I've never gotten to work with it, so making these has been a lot of fun, even though it's just a really simple pattern and there's not a lot of, you know, crazy things in it or anything. It's been fun to see the self-striping yarn. My husband doesn't get it when I say that. He thinks I'm crazy. But anyway, so yeah, this is my yarn. The other project I'm working on is not these horrible mittens. These are something I made last year when I was first learning to crochet. Look how horrible they are. I just kept increasing a little too much on the thumb and then decreased a little bit, and for some reason I think I increased here. I don't even know why or what, and just look at weird things that thumb is doing. Now when he wears them, they don't look too bad and they don't fit that horribly, but it was a beginner thing that I did, you know, and I didn't follow a pattern. I was just making it up. I know now how to do shaping properly, so I wouldn't have a mistake again. But I did a flippy thumb and the flippy tops so that he could use his phone out in the cold. Now I'll probably remake these eventually, but for the time being I have unraveled them and I've been using the yarn in this project, which I'm trying to use as much of my stashy stuff, which was a lot of black and some purple and gray, to because it's easier to move with finished projects than it is with balls of yarn. Even though I don't have a lot, they do kind of like take up space. So this is my project currently. This is a granny stripe blanket, and I'm doing it obviously in grays, purples, and blacks. And now I'm almost out of the grays and purples. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. If I'll just continue it all, the rest of it in black, or if I'll like add the black to both sides. So this will be like in the middle sort of thing. I'm not really sure, but since I started this to bust the stash, my husband says I'm not allowed to go buy more to finish it. I was hoping I could get it to be about 5 feet long, which I think is a good length for a lap gown, which is what I was hoping to make with it. You know, just something to put over your lap and cover your feet while you're enjoying a movie or something on the couch. But, yeah. I don't know. And I'm crocheting that with a 5mm hook. And keeping all that stuff together. Wait for the sirens of the We're Not Busy road. Let's see. Another project. I started to do a lace project. This yarn is very, very, very soft, very smooth. And unfortunately, it's so slippy that it just didn't want to hold the lace patterns that I was trying to do with it, so I kind of gave up on that and honestly unraveled it very messily, and I've decided just to make a simple cowl, maybe with a ribbed bottom and a ribbed top, and just, you know, normal knit, and because I have a large circular needle, I'm just going to, I think, do yeah, a simple cowl. And I think this is going to be my on-the-road knitting while we're moving to Scotland. So, right, I don't really have that much stuff. It's sort of sad, isn't it, right? Maybe one day I'll have some more. Okay, switched out of my zoom mode. So maybe one day I'll have some more stash when I have room and more money that I can spend on more awesome yarns like these. Fantastic stuff. And yeah, I mean, this sock is almost done, and there's still plenty left on the skein, so I'm thinking a couple short socks, like just probably up to like ankles. So coming soon, a tutorial on how I make my toes on my toe-up socks. Very simple to do. To me, it's a lot less fiddly than some of the other methods that I've tried, and I'm a beginner knitter. I have a heel muddling around in my head that I'm going to try to make, and we'll see how it goes. So the tutorial coming up for at least the toe pretty soon. So I'm going to probably be making it with this fantastic yarn. Love. Love, 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 love. So probably making it with that. I also have a tutorial eventually in the make for, oh, I forgot to tell you this. Yes, I am wearing my sleepy pants. This is a rug I made out of a bunch of scrapped, horrible, awful shirts. And it's just braided, no sewing. I'm going to make a tutorial on how to make those. So that won't probably be until after I move to Scotland, though. That will be a while. Because Scotland is coming up next month. So this one is probably going to be relatively soon whenever I start with the next sock. I'm also thinking about doing a tutorial for this iPad holder that I made. This is my prototype. It's really hideous and ugly. And this is also a project that won't be probably for quite a while. This is the iPad holder I made to when you want to lay down and read a book or watch a movie and you don't want to sit there holding your iPad for hours. This looks awful, I know. But inside is a sock filled with rice, and it helps weight it down so that the iPad doesn't pull it forward. There's open space for charging, also for whatever, and it works in both sort of sitting positions. And I'll have a tutorial on how to make that as well. So tutorials coming soon-ish in the next, I don't know, few months, hopefully. We'll see how well I get settled in Scotland. Cross fingers there. And so tutorial for the iPad holder, socks, and rug. So be looking forward to those, and hopefully I'll talk to you all soon. See you later. Bye.